Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to show you what you're going to be doing today in Big Ideas Math. We're picking up where we left off yesterday with shapes of distributions. First problem, we have a data table here. And from the data table, if you scroll down a little bit, we will be making a dot plot. For those of you that don't recall, a dot plot looks like this, and we're going to be providing the dots from the information in the data table. So what we're going to do is simply count. We're all able to count. I go to 0, I see that's the lowest value in this dot plot. So I'm going to search the table row by row and find all my zeros. In the first row, I see I have 1, and in the second row, I have another for a total of 2. I put in my 2 dots representing the 0. Then we're looking for our 1s. In the first row, I see 1, 2, and in the second row, 3, 4. So I'm simply going to put in 4 and continue that for every value that we have here in the dot plot that you can find in the table. Once you've done that, you want to look at how the data is shaped. Remember yesterday, if there was, well, let me go ahead and help you with this one so you'll definitely get one right. Let's go on to the number 2. In the first row, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Second row, 5, 6, 6 twos. I'm going to drag this up to 4, 5, 6. Let's look at our 3s. First row, 1, 2. Second row, 3, 4. So I have 4 3s. Then we're going on to our 5s. First row, nada. Second row, we have 2. So, oops, I should be looking at my 4s. I'm sorry. So first row, 1, 2. Second row, 3. So I'm going to put in my 3 dots. Next, we're going on to 5s. First row, none. Second row, 1, 2. So we have 2. And in the last, and then we're going to look for all our 6s. I look in the first row, no 6s. I look in the second row, and I see I have 1 6, which is represented here. So I can see that we have on the right-hand side, like we were doing over the dot plots yesterday, I have a real steep, almost like a cliff. If I had to climb this, if I had to get to this top point, I think I would rather go in this gentle slant than in this one. So this one would be considered skewed right. You're going to do that same activity for raffle tickets on this dot plot, and then drag and drop what your answer is. Next, they're going to give you dot plots, and you're going to look at which side has the slant and which side has the more abrupt drop-off. This one has the slant, so you would have to determine which one of these apply to this one. This one, it almost looks like an arrowhead pointing upwards. I see the dots on the left are similar to the dots on the right, and according to your notes, that would represent either skewed right, skewed left, or symmetric. Again, we're identifying based on the slope or the slant. Here, I see an abrupt, direct, almost up, and this one slopes or slants gently on this side. So you have to determine whether is that skewed right, skewed left, or symmetric. Same thing here, which looks to be the opposite visually of this one. Then we have the problem where you're really applying what you've learned. Here we have a data table that has placed things for a histogram in our buckets. Remember, buckets are called intervals, and they are actually ranges of numbers, 0 to 3, 4 to 7, and so on. And each of these have 4 values in it. 0 to 3 has 0, 1, 2, and 3. That's 4 numbers. So the frequency table shows the years of service for police officers of Joan County and Pine County. Display the data for each county in a histogram. So we see Jones County is on the left, which is the top row. My first interval is 0 to 3, and I see that I have 7. So I'll simply drag to 7. Oops, that's 9, 7. 7 would be halfway in between 8 and 6. You don't see the number 7, so you'll have to go here. You'll continue that for 4 to 7. Take it up to 15, and so on. And you'll complete both of these histograms, and then you'll answer these 5 questions at the end. Simple enough. Good luck, and chat me if you have questions.